Unit 58 The Historical Development of the United States of America, from the War of Independence to the Civil War. Main reference novels, The Scarlet Letter and The Red Badge of Courage. Imagine walking through London in 1945. The city, once a beacon of empire, lay in ruins from the war. Rationing was still in place, people queued for bread, and soldiers returned home to uncertainty. Across the sea, Ireland had just declared itself a republic, stepping into a new chapter of its independent history. The choices made then, political, economic, and social, have shaped the United Kingdom and Ireland into what they are today. In this video, we'll take you on a journey through the major transformations that these nations have undergone since 1945. We'll explore their evolving role in the European Union and how their literary voices have reflected these changes. Section 1: Political, Social, and Economic Development. The UK, from empire to modern nation. The 1940s, Britain faced a post-war crisis. The once great empire was losing its colonies, and economic struggles led to the nationalization of key industries like coal and steel. However, a silver lining emerged: the establishment of the welfare state, including the National Health Service, NHS, crucial step in social progress. The 1950s and 1960s, the UK saw economic recovery, but decolonization continued. Politically, it navigated the Cold War and faced internal changes, including an evolving relationship with the European Economic Community, EEC, later the European Union, EU. The 1970s and 1980s, economic instability and labour strikes led to Margaret Thatcher's conservative policies. Her tenure saw privatization, cuts in social services, and the controversial poll tax. The Falklands War in 1982 cemented her leadership but also deepened societal divides. The 1990s and 21st century, Tony Blair's new Labour government led modernisation efforts, including devolution in Scotland and Wales. However, the Iraq War, 2003, created political turmoil. Brexit, a historic decision in 2016, reshaped Britain's place in the world. Ireland, growth, conflict, and integration. The 1940s to 1960s, Ireland moved away from the UK, establishing itself as a republic in 1949. Economic struggles persisted, but by the 1960s, modernisation efforts began. The 1970s to 1980s, the Troubles in Northern Ireland, marked by sectarian violence, dominated these decades. The UK and Ireland engaged in difficult peace talks while Ireland's economy slowly expanded. The 1990s and beyond, the Good Friday Agreement, 1998, marked a turning point in Irish history, leading to reduced violence. Ireland joined the EU and became a global economic player, known as the Celtic Tiger due to rapid economic growth. Section 2: Literary Reflections of Social Change. Literature serves as a mirror to society. The upheavals in politics and economy found expression in the works of British and Irish writers. Poetry. Philip Larkin and Ted Hughes captured the quiet despair of post-war Britain, using simple yet profound language to critique modern life. Seamus Heaney, Ireland's Nobel laureate, reflected on identity, conflict, and the deep scars left by colonialism and sectarian violence. Drama. John Osborne's Look Back in Anger, 1956, introduced the Angry Young Men movement, portraying working-class frustration in post-war Britain. Samuel Beckett's Waiting for Godot, 1954, captured existential uncertainty, aligning with the wider sense of post-war alienation. Prose. George Orwell's 1984, 1949, though written earlier, continued to resonate in a Britain grappling with surveillance and power struggles. William Golding's Lord of the Flies, 1954, explored human savagery, reflecting the psychological scars of war. J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series, 1997 to 2007, though fantasy, reflected themes of identity, authority, and social justice, engaging with issues relevant to a modern Britain. Section 3: The role of the UK and Ireland in the EU. UK's relationship with the EU, Britain hesitated to join the EEC, eventually becoming a member in 1973. Skepticism remained, culminating in Brexit 2016, which significantly altered its political and economic trajectory. Ireland's integration. Unlike Britain, Ireland embraced the EU, benefiting from economic support and global integration. Its membership transformed the country from an agrarian economy into a tech and finance hub. Conclusion: the future in context. History is not just a record of the past, it's a guide to the future. The UK and Ireland have navigated immense transformations, from post-war recovery to globalized economies. Their political landscapes continue to evolve, shaped by decisions made decades ago. As George Orwell once said, "Who controls the past controls the future. Who controls the present controls the past." Understanding this history is essential to navigating what lies ahead. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time. Subscribe for more insights into the past, present, and future of nations shaping our world.